Welcome back, everybody, to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, as always, Worldwide Wiggins, and I'm back with some clarification, man. You know, we had some things on the platform, man, that we need answers to. You know, we got a legend in his own right, getting ready to, set the record straight, man. This is a hood that, once again, this is an exclusive, bro. We ain't found this on the internet yet. You feel me? I'm proud to say. You know what I'm saying? I got one of the originators, if not the founder, somebody that really been there since way back. You feel me? Please welcome Blake from the 85A Nasty Dogs. How you feeling, Nomi?
All right, I'm good, man. I'm not an originator. It was a big homie, so I'm first generation of the Little Eights.
All right, for sure. Blake, let's get to it, man. We heard some things on the videos, man, and not to, go after anybody in specific, but how did the A5A get the digits A5A? We heard it, but let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Well, 858 is, I seen you had San Diego on there, and back then, zip code, that code wasn't even existing. We started in about 89, and I'm saying it started in Long Beach, Jordan, in the classroom, 858 in the 800 building.
All right. Here's one of the biggest questions right now that I got about this right here, because if you look at the comments, you got people in there like, hey, hubby, I'm from 858 Nasty Dog, Long Beach Crip, North Side. But I'm hearing that nobody really officially made it just a Crip set, and it was actually Paul Rules. Like let's get that cleared up.
Well, yeah, we had Paul Rules, we had from Corner Blocks, Old Hood. So if you see somebody saying Long Beach Crip, they might be from Old Hood or Four Corner Block. We also had Southsider from Paramount 13. We had Samoans from SOS. We had white boys. It wasn't no lock into no gang, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it could never be Crip, because we was 858 Nasty Dogs. We came together as one. Like, it didn't matter where you was from. Was you with the 8?
All right, so is it possible that people came from other Crip gangs, and since they was already Crips, they was just putting Crip at the end of it? I mean, what would possess somebody to put Crip at the end if...
That's a good question. I talked to the big homie, and he didn't know that. Like, we ain't never been no Crip. Like I said, one of the main starters of 858 is Pyro.
Huh.
So that would have never worked.
All right.
Like I said, we had other members who were Pyro 1051, Fruit Town, Treetop.
And where did the name Nasty Dog come from?
My man Kenny Mack came with that, because at first Big Brother Bill, who was one of the originators, had an 8585 Delta, because he was trying to have it off that little fraternity thing, but they was in high school when they was doing this. He was trying to do that, and then the homie Kenny Mack came with Nasty Dogs and all that. And that's when we started. When he came with the Notre Dame hats, the 8-ball hats, and all that. So he put us on. It's a dog thing. That's our shit.
What was your relationship, respectfully, with the 706 Bellflower Hustlers?
Well, I talked to the homie, and the altercation was before me, you know what I'm saying? And he broke it down and told me the homie John from 858 used to be from 706, and they used to go be over there and beat him up so much. John turned 858.
Oh, wow. All right, let's...
That misconception of all that, yeah. And I talked to homie John. I didn't even know he was from 706.
All right, for sure. So, kind of, let's get into the, what I call the PTSD era. Like, so there really was a freaky, not the freaky boys, the booty boys.
Yeah, that's the homies, B5B. Now, they started They were some of their older homies was in college. Like my homies never went to Long Beach City College. And none of them niggas go to no college. You know what I'm saying? That's why we know it started at high school. None of the homies ever made it to. None of the homies even attended college. Not to say they couldn't make it, but they didn't attend it.
All right.
Yeah, the Booty Boys. Yeah, the Booty Boys is the homies. Plenty of them. Yeah, that's our brothers right there.
And are they still active today? You know, as a clique?
I mean, they still around each other for sure. But I can't say it's no new generation of it. No.
All right. So, has the what's the official, you know, if any, like territory for the 858?
Well, the original house we kicked it at was on 67th, right there off of what's that? Between Orchid and what's this street right there? But it was right there in Old Hood's neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Off the corner, off the build of Long Beach Boulevard and Artesia behind Star King was 67, where that was the main house where everybody kicked it. And then we had 100 Block, which was on the other side, and Four Corner Block. And then we had Plymouth Rock, which was over the bridge off of Market Street. It was Plymouth Street, but they called it Plymouth Rock.
Right. And currently at this time, you guys have any younger homies like really pushing 858, or is it kind of like, you know, some old school thing?
It's old school, man. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We still got cats that still in their early, like probably late 20s, early 30s, somewhat. You know what I'm saying? That was like, yeah, like little cousins and all that. It became little eights and all that back in the day, but it ain't no new generation out there running through the schools with our shit now. Excuse me, with our lingo and thing.
All right. Now, see, I didn't got so carried away. We go get to the bottom of this part right here. Okay, so you remember, I'm pretty sure you watched the video, but when I talked about the Wu-Tang, connection, that's official, right? One of you guys, came connected with Wu-Tang.
Yeah, shit, let me see. Crisis is from A58. Doc Doom was from A58. And then you had North Star, which was part of Black Knights. There was two groups put together. It was called the Black Knights of the North Star. And then you had Christbearer, which was the one that cut his private area off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
then
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in that video with Crisis, they was wearing 858. Respect to Crisis, salute. A dope lyricist, like I said, nothing but respect. And I'm not doubting nothing you said, man. But in that video where I forget the name, but it's like 4 of them, and they throwing C's in the video.
Well, the only person you ain't gonna see throwing no C is Doc Doom. Crisis and them roll with the C, but Doc Doom was Pyru. He was from Fruittown, Pyru.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Doc Doom.
Oh, all right.
He was killed in Compton. He was killed in Compton on Compton Boulevard in front of a liquor store. That's my homie. Which also has his first child is by my cousin. So I know Doc Doom for way back.
For sure.
Doc Doom always Pyru, a.k.a. G Should.
All right. For sure. So have you guys ever, ran into any members of Wu-Tang, you guys per se, like, just based off of the connection with the younger homies?
Well, I ran into them plenty of times. I mean, I was in the music, so I actually did some shows with them and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, we didn't shit. We done been in there, hung around. The homies and went out of town with them, all kind of stuff.
All right, cool, man. That's dope. For sure. All right. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, man, is I'm hearing that maybe one of the founders, correct me if I'm wrong, my memory ain't what it used to be, but one of the founders of A5A, or one of the high rank homies, they had something to do with the Butler Block, Paul Rose, which is, no?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
please give us some insight on that, because we barely hear about that.
Well, yeah, it's one of the homies, Wang. He was pretty much the originator of that back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was a young boy and they had came with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived right there in the neighborhood, so I lived off of Butler and Neat Street, so I knew. You know what I'm saying, when that was all going on. Plus, I know my man from his people is from Corner Block, was OG. So he was known throughout the neighborhood already because of part of the certain family he was part of.
All right. But, see...
And I know a bunch. I know a few of them. And they all, like, it died out, but I know a few who were from there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say all their names and shit because they older and they let that shit go. But... yeah, it was real.
But, so, all right, so, that's pretty interesting for a few reasons, but, that, you know what that means, right, Blake, man? Because if Butler Block Paru really existed and 858 was one of the founders, that means there was actually a Paru set in Long Beach, which is unheard of. And
yeah, they came, and the war started, and it didn't last long. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying. I can't tell you exactly the length. It wasn't no long, like 10 years or nothing like that. It was in and out, like almost like, you know what I'm saying. Because it was in Old Hood, actually in Old Hood. They had took a whole slice out of Old Hood.
oh,
So, and then they began to,
all right,
going back and forth.
I get it for sure. I see.
Old Hood was already established, so you got plenty of them coming.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, any other mistakes or any other thing you may have heard you want to clear up, for maybe the Bellflower or the other Wu-Tang episode?
No, pretty much shit. Plus the Mac, seeing the Mac interview, that was interesting. I know the shit. Like I said, I know Roland, Maurice. I don't know what they would change their name to. Would have been came off of me, the Mac, but them are some of the originators right there, definitely. I went to school with Roland from junior high on up. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. Me and him used to rock Jerry Curls together. That's my man. So the young man on there kind of was incorrect when he was saying, "Oh, they started at the college and all that." That was misinformation.
All right, for sure. And
you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Like I say, we go back ties with. So it go back like to we went to school with Big Dre and them, and you know what I'm saying, they had their crew, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Our crew didn't get along with their crew, so.
all right. And you know what? Before we get up out of here, I just got a few hoods, I want to ask you about, because, we never hear about them, but did you guys ever run across, or have any confrontation with the Longos?
Let's just say, man, they tried to move the neighborhood and oppose their will, and they got posed back on them North Longos, and they had to exit the neighborhood.
Oh, all right. Hey, there you go. Ooh-wee. All right.
I mean, like I say, we weren't moving as a gang, like, you know what I'm saying? We was a brotherhood, but like I said, we look for the ladies. That's a lot of cats didn't like us because we taking ladies. We was taking ladies, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of beefs about just lady shit, you know what I'm saying? But, excuse my language, we didn't start nothing. We just knew how to finish it. Like, we wasn't scared to finish nothing. We wasn't running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't hard to find.
For sure. I can respect that. Now, what about the the crazy Samoan Crip.
The who?
There's like in that vicinity of 67th where you mentioned. There's I'll be here. There's crazy Samoan Crip or crazy family Samoan Crip.
I ain't never heard of them over there, but like I said again, we had SOS from A5. We had someone from A58.
Oh, all right,
You know what I'm saying?
For
Yeah,
sure.
we like I said, we had Southside homie from Paramount 13. Yeah, white boys. I mean, they just that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't put a label on it saying Crip because we had too many of everything.
For sure. And to lock it off, you ever heard of course, the Sex Money Murder Hustlers? Ran into them?
Yeah. They after our time. They wasn't around during that time. They after our time. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't around down there. It was Mac Crew and Staff Mob. That's the two crews that was down in that vicinity back then. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Sex Money. It wasn't no, this was like 90. That wasn't even there.
All right. For sure, bro.
No disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them like that, but they wasn't around in my era.
For sure. Well, all right, man. Blake, I appreciate you, homie, man. Much respect, man. Thank you, man. And, I apologize, on behalf of everything that was said on the platform, man. Even though it may not have been necessarily my fault, but, at the same time, I put my name on it. So, hey, we apologize to the 858, man. And I appreciate you clearing it up, man. And, respect, man. Thanks a lot.
For sure, man. I appreciate you doing that, man, because I've been watching, like I said, I've been watching your videos for a long time. And from back when you used to cuss and all the beginners used to be a little, you used to be on one on the beginners, like you used to be telling people off in the beginning, man. You got smoother, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've been watching. You always correct your information once you go back. If somebody say something to you, you definitely correct it. So that's what I respect for sure.
For sure, man. All right, man. Blake, 858, Nasty Dog. S.WigginsTV.
858, Nasty Dogs, woof.
We out of here.